Alright, let's look at the homework 5.4, 5.5, problem number 9. Alright, so we have this function given, f of x equals 1 over quantity x minus 6 squared, and we want to find the average value over the interval from 0 to 5. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so remember that there's a formula for average value of a function. So that was something like average value is equal to 1 over b minus a, which is just dividing by the length of the interval. So from a to b, f of x dx. Alright. So let's just follow that. So average value, so I'm just going to say average value of this function. It's going to be equal to 1 over, right, b is 5 minus a is 0. So integral from 0 to 5. Right, so I don't like this fraction, so I'm going to write it as a quantity x minus 6 raised it to the, since it's in the bottom, negative power, and the 2, right, dx. Right, so let's evaluate that. So this is going to be equal to, right, so you have 1/5. Alright, then we have to find the antiderivative. So antiderivative of this guy would be my quantity x minus 6, add 1 to the power, so it's going to be negative 1. Divide by negative 1 is same as multiply by negative, so I'm going to put a negative sign right in front here. Oh, actually, it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to just, let's see. So negative sign is right there. All right, then we just have to evaluate it from 0 to 5. All right, so this is going to be equal to, it's still going to be negative 1/5. All right, then plug in 5. So you're going to get, let's see, if you plug in 5, so it's negative 1, then take the reciprocal. So it's going to be still negative 1. Alright, and if you plug in 0, so it's going to be minus. Plug in 0, it's going to be negative 6, the reciprocal, so it's negative 1/6. So it's going to be adding 1/6. Right? So which means that you're going to get, let's see, negative 1/5. Then you're multiplying by another negative 5/6. Alright, so we can cancel 5 and 5 and the negative sign, and you end up with 1/6. Alright, so this is the average value of the function, so I'll just keep that. Alright, then for the second part, we need to find all x values that makes this function exactly equal to 1/6. So let's do that. So start with the function f of x, and which is 1 over quantity x minus 6 squared, and we want this guy to be exactly equal to 1 over 6. Right, so first step would be we can just take the reciprocal of both sides. Right, so put it upside down. So you will get the quantity x minus 6 squared is equal to 6. Right, then we can just take the square root of both sides. Right, then you can have x minus 6 is equal to, don't forget to have plus or minus whenever you take the square root, and square root of 6. Then we can simply add 6 to both sides to isolate x. So x is equal to 6 plus or minus square root of 6. Right? then we have to be careful. Here it says that x value, we are looking for all x value in the interval, and the interval is up here. So it has to be, x value has to be between 0 and 5. And it looks like 6 plus square root of 6 is bigger than 5, so that will be outside the interval. So therefore, only 6 minus the square root of 6 would be the answer. Alright, so let's type it in. Alright, so the average value was 1. Let's see, 1 over 6. Alright, then x value is 6 minus square root of 6. Alright, so let's check the answer. Alright, it came back and looks like we got these guys correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.